This is how long. Gifts aren't necessary, guys. But thank you. Save you money. But here we go.
Case number 24DR 32556.
It gets louder. I'll open the boxes up in a minute.
Good morning. And is there any objection to hearing the cases at the same time?
No, Your Honor wishes to inquire my clients if you want, if they don't have any objection to do it at the same time.
Tap, tap, tap.
It's going to be overlapping
Yes.
testimony. All right, and let me ask, Ms. Jacobson, do you object to me hearing the case
You're welcome.
together? Okay. All right, then let's give the attorney a minute to set up his electronics. And,
Your Honor.
Judge, I'm also going to ask to invoke the rule.
okay. Are there any witnesses who have been subpoenaed or asked to come in to testify about this case? All right, there's two people in the back. All right, a rule of procedure has been invoked, which requires that you stay outside the courtroom except during the time you're called to testify. This rule also requires that you not discuss your testimony.
You're welcome. Now, this is just her, the judge, having her witnesses, which were Aaron and Mimi, step out of the courtroom.
So, for instance, if one of you testifies, you can't go outside and say to the other one, these are the questions they asked me.
If this live goes down, we will be going to YouTube because she will not be silencing me.
Do you have any questions about the rule? Okay, very good. Then you could step outside, please.
Yep, this is the Florida court.
All right.
Okay, now to the second part.
All right, very good. All right, the counsel and the petitioner, I'm ready to begin. And let me just have anyone who will be testifying that's in the courtroom, if you could raise your right hand.
Go out and come back in.
You too. All right, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
It's in my bio, Alicia.
Your Honor.
Judge, if everybody could just speak up and put their names on the record, because
My YouTube account is in my bio. It's Findouts 1019.
so that we can have all the parties, since there's two on my side, Ms. Jacobson's there, if we could have everybody just put their names on the record.
All right.
And with the oath.
Thank you, then.
Very good. Then I believe all three indicated that they do swear or affirm to tell the truth. So let me have the petitioner
If we're not too tired, we'll open boxes and talk about it.
state your name, and you're very soft-spoken, so if you could just try to talk into the
Sorry.
microphone.
Sorry, Your Honor. My name is Gabrielle Jacobson.
Okay. And,
Natasha Brown. Laura Harding.
all right, very good.
Respectfully, Judge, I just asked if you could administer the oath now that all three have put their name on the record. Just because there might be a motion at the end of the case that I have.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, very good. So let me start again. Let's just do it one at a time then. Let me have the petitioner. Okay. State your name.
Gabrielle Jacobson.
All right.
Hey.
And if you raise your hand again, do you swear or affirm to
She
tell
gets
the
louder.
truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Very good. You want to do these? Okay.
Yes, Ms.
So
Brown.
as to the respondents.
Natasha Brown.
Okay. Ms. Brown, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Your name?
Laura Harding.
All right. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. Very good. Okay. Now, we can either do a brief opening or go directly into testimony. Do you want to give an opening or do you... Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So she's shaking her head yes. We are being recorded.
Yep.
Everything that's being said is being recorded. So with hand movements and head movements, that's not going to be reflected.
Thanks
in
for the
record.
gifts, guys. They're not
So,
necessary.
An opening kind of just is
I
a
forgot
chance
to shut 'em
give an
off.
Overview, not to really get into testimony in the case. And then counsel for the defense or respondents can give an opening, then we'll begin with testimony.
Oh, it gets...
Okay, so
Just wait.
give an opening then.
All right. Your Honor, I stand before you today deeply concerned for the safety and
You're not
well-being
late.
of myself and my son. For months, I have been the target of cyber stalking and cyber harassment that's leaving me feeling unsafe in my own home. Threats of violence, threats of rape, and harassment. They have made it very clear that they are not going to stop no matter what the consequences are. The fraudulent CPS calls, the disturbing acts of posting my address of offers and free items has put my family at risk and has caused significant emotional distress.
Not a tear.
I fear from the safety of myself and my son. He is a minor and he's vulnerable. I'm asking for a personal protection order to ensure that we can live without fear and to regain our sense of security.
Counsel, do you wish to reserve or give your opening at this time?
Just briefly, Judge, I'll give it so the court is aware of some of my cross-examinations coming from it. These are fake petitions. She has filed fake petitions across the country
thank you.
regarding fraudulent injunctions, Your Honor. She's a TikToker. What she does is she goes on TikTok and she creates fake drama and it creates fake things that never happened so that she could then get viewers. She makes tens of thousands of dollars by putting up fake posts about things that never actually happened to her. She's a wannabe actress on TikTok where she creates fake drama. She's never met my clients before. She's never seen them before probably until today. She's never met them. My clients have never texted her. They've never called her. Both of them are from out of state. And one is from Indiana. Miss Laura Harding is from Indiana and flew here for this. Miss Natasha Brown is from Ohio and flew here for this. She has filed fake injunctions
I love him too. He is the best.
In DuPage County, Illinois. They were all dismissed. I can put the names on the record later. It'll be part of my case. She has also filed one against Laura Harding, who's here, a fake injunction that was done in Monroe County. That hearing happened back in September. It was denied by the court up there, and then she refiled here. This person,
it gets better.
It's come to my attention, is going to be putting these proceedings on TikTok for a financial gain. This is nothing more than someone who's abusing the court system for financial gain. There's been no threats ever.
Thank you, Villain.
And I believe that's what the evidence is going to show. The temporaries were not granted, and they were not granted for a reason. There's no dates in here. There's no times. There's no evidence whatsoever that my clients even know her. So other than what they've seen about her on TikTok, that she's a professional scam artist is what the evidence is going to show. Thank you.
All right. So, counsel, do you object if she testifies from the table? Okay.
Not at all.
Okay, very good. All right, so ma'am, this would be
See where it's highlighting is where we're at.
And stay away from she's and hers because there's two respondents, so I need you to identify by name.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I sent Natasha and Laura.
Objection, Your Honor. She's reading from a script.
She's reading from a script.
Yeah, that's not proper testimony.
Nope.
Your Honor, I am just very scared, and I wrote it out just to help me bulletproof the points.
Oh, thank you.
Well, if it's a document that you've written...
Well, everything I'm about to say is I'm going to show you evidence backing up my statement.
Well...
It gets better.
You need to testify.
No, you're not late. It's just starting.
Recollection by looking at your notes, you can do that, but you should try to testify without reading a statement.
Okay, Your Honor. So I sent Natasha and Laura a assist and deceased for them to please stop talking about me. Since then, they are both on live, making a joke out of it. Natasha Brown, I have her on a screen recording, stated, "This is a joke. You're not going to win, and I'm not going to stop talking about you." And she said the words, "I'm going to wipe this with my butt." Your Honor, Natasha Brown and Laura Harding, I can't go on a live stream without them making fun of me, talking about my body parts, saying nasty things on live about me. They have posted my address.
Objection, Your Honor. She's reading from a script.
Okay.
Reading from a script.
Okay. So, again, testify...
You haven't missed anything, Oat. It's just starting.
Without using your...
I'm sorry.
See, it'll tell you right up here where
So
we're
ever
at.
since my phone number and address were doxxed, I've gotten violence of threats, a rape threat, and
See,
just
it tells you right
harassment.
here where we're at.
Every time.
Facts not in evidence. She never alleged anything regarding a rape in either
Tap, tap,
petition.
tap.
So she's bringing in extringent, new facts, the new allegations that aren't in her allegation.
Your Honor, I have everything that I would like you to see, please.
Okay.
Please.
Well, we are in a court of law, so the rules of evidence are
Oh, she
going
gets
to
worse.
apply. So,
Thank you, Lynn.
if you have exhibits, there's a way of introducing them.
Also, Miss Laura Harding has posted pictures of my son, has talked absolutely nasty about my son, posting his IEP, talking about his IEP, telling me that I'm a shitty mother, and
Facts,
how
baby.
they are calling CPS, weaponizing law enforcement, making a joke, laughing about it, getting all of their followers to call. Laura Harding stated that she would call SSI and to
Nope.
tell everybody to call
Wrong-o.
SSI to get my Social Security taken away from my son.
Wrongo.
Also, the last couple of days in the court, before court, Natasha Brown, and I have her on recording,
Thank you,
stated that
Goldie.
she's going to be in the courtroom, and she said that I want her to walk past me so I can see if she smells like tuna and cornfish. Then I have it on a recording that Natasha Brown is going to take pictures and recording me outside of the courthouse.
And it was,
Same thing with Laura.
but guess who recorded her outside the courthouse? Her sister and Momo did that, not me.
Harding. Also, I have a screen recording that Laura Harding called me a cunt. I'm sorry. And twat waffles.
Called me a cunt.
Also,
None of this is in her petition.
Okay.
None of this. This is all. I'm asking her to be. Whatever's in her petition is obviously what she could talk about. Now we're talking about rape and twat.
If we go down here, we'll be on YouTube.
Your Honor, this was just a couple days ago.
Okay, well, okay. We need to stay focused on what's in the petition because that's what you're here for court. And there hasn't been a supplemental petition filed. So,
You see, a narcissist has trouble following the rules that the rest of us has to abide by. And here in the courtroom, she had to follow the rules that were set for all of us. It was really hard.
go through
YouTube's in my
what's
bio.
the petition, and if you have exhibits that are going to help you explain, you'll need to try to move those into evidence.
I am clearing my name with facts. That lawyer's the greatest.
So when Natasha Brown has doxed my address and phone number, all of them were included in phone calls over and over again. I had threats of saying, I'm going to go kill yourself.
It was hard.
I believe there's a direct correlation with Natasha and my safety for these threats. Also, there has been,
God,
since my
thank
address
you,
was put out
crazy
there,
mom.
I have been getting Craigslist ads saying free diapers and wipes. I have been scared in my home, getting knocked on the door by strangers. I have a screenshot stating that they are going to come and I'm going to give them the diapers and wipes like I promised them. I called the police and I said, I am scared. Can you guys please send a police officer? Because I don't know who's going to show up at my door. I am living in fear, Your Honor, every time I'm home.
She can't prove any of us did that.
If there's a knock on the door, I'm scared. I call my fiance and I'm like, babe, there's a knock on the door. I don't know who's here. I changed my numbers multiple times and they still find me and they still harass me.
No, ma'am, we don't. You're on a public platform.
I have all the evidence up with Craigslist and the phone calls, Your Honor, and the threats and the rape threats.
She can't prove who done them. And see what it says
Also,
right down
I
here?
have a lot of exhibits I would like the court to see with Laura Harding and what she has said about my son and how she posted pictures of my son. That needs to be shown.
She was
My
denied.
son doesn't deserve this, Your Honor, and they're not going to stop. And Natasha stated that she, if nothing happens today,
Oh my God, thank you.
and blast the law firm and tell me, make me the worst person it's a mockery. And I'm scared of what she's going to do if I don't get a PPO.
Did you have...
Yes, she represented herself.
Try to introduce, because there's predicates, so...
She had already been denied
Okay, you'll need to
5
show
times
them
prior, and also in the state of Indiana before she decided to take me to court in
When
Florida.
would you like me to go with the Laura exhibits?
We just handed the attorney 3 stacks of paper, so give him a minute to look through it.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
And then we'll have to go through each one individually.
They can record it. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm clearing my name.
First stack,
Also here. I'm so sorry.
and this looks like something different that was not in the, some of these look something different that were not in the original. There's improper foundation here and hearsay to the first stack.
All right, let's mark that A just for identification.
There's nothing to authenticate any of those. There's nothing whatsoever.
The truth is coming out.
Stack, they're from random phone numbers, nothing to authenticate any of these. This is all hearsay.
See, nothing was authenticated.
Fraudulent.
All hearsay, so it's denied. None of it gets to go in there.
There's no name. The people in the second stack was not in her original.
All right, then we'll mark this.
Oh my God, he's the
for
best.
identification purposes, just so the record's clear.
Mike
The
Colombo.
third stack is the same thing. This is not in the original for either Lauren Harding or Natasha Brown. This is all hearsay. None of this is
You're welcome.
authenticated. This is all hearsay, and there's no way to tell who created this, and it's our position that she created this. This is all false, that she created this herself for her TikTok profits. None of this, it's all hearsay.
All right, so that will be Exhibit C for identification. All right.
I got it up full blast, babe. Yep, denied it because she couldn't authenticate it because she's faked too much evidence.
These are all the police reports that I filed.
Okay. All right, so based on the evidentiary objections, did you have anything further in terms of arguing against the objections, that this is hearsay, that it's not authenticated?
Yes, Your Honor, everything that is in there is 100% the truth. And I have screen recordings proving that this Natasha Brown is this TikTok live stream as well that is cyber stalking me.
You guys stop
And I have
giving gifts.
everything
Thank
that I
you.
can prove. I have her speaking about how she's going to take pictures of me and how she found a hotel that's 15 minutes away from me. She was stating all of this in the last a couple of days, and it's been going on for months. I have tons of proof, and I've made police reports.
At this point, to whatever
You guys,
she's
thank you.
testifying to,
Stop
none of this is
gifting.
in her affidavit.
Just tap so we don't go down.
Injunction, and all of those documents are hearsay.
All right. They've been marked for exhibit for the record, but the court would have
Oh my
to
God,
sustain the
guys, quit that.
objection as to hearsay as to all 3 composite exhibits. So,
Thank you, but please. Yes, I will post it to my YouTube.
To argue your case.
So when I file, Your Honor, they just told me to just do a rough summary and then to bring in all the evidence.
Hearsay, Judge.
Okay. Well.
So it's my first time doing this as
No,
well.
it wasn't.
Okay. You can choose to hire counsel to represent you, or you can proceed pro se, which is what you've chosen to do. But I can't assist you in telling you how to present your case. All I can do is rule on objections. And at this point, the objection is that those documents are hearsay. So it doesn't get something into evidence just to say, I have evidence and it's all true.
Okay, and then what about if I want to show you some clips of her speaking?
Well, again, are they in your,
They told me I couldn't do it, that I have a flash drive.
okay, there's 143 pages to your petition.
Did you hear that? 143 pages to her petition.
So, are these exhibits referenced in your petition?
They should be.
Yep,
Well,
she had burden of
the last
proof.
couple of days, with the whole court thing that she's been on live, talking about how they're going to take me down, how their goal was to shut us up.
Okay.
Judge, I'm going to object.
Okay. I'm sorry, go ahead, counsel.
My objection is this is well outside the scope of the injunction, whatever she's filed. And
Okay. All right, the injunction was filed on October 31st, 2024, I believe, is what the clerk's records reflect. So we need to stay with the
Thank you.
Supporting evidence up to the date of filing. So I believe
So
what you're telling me now is this is all stuff that's occurred since?
With the injunction, Your Honor, I
Me and
did
Brownie
mention
at this
about
time.
Craigslist and CPS, fraudulent CPS, how they call nonstop.
Mind you, she didn't have any evidence of that either.
CPS is actually looking into this as
She
well.
had no
That's what they
evidence.
told
She
me.
just thinks the judge should
Because
take
it's
her
just
word like here on
nonstop.
TikTok.
And they said they won't stop.
The real world doesn't work that way.
Also, I have, I mentioned in my injunction that doxing my address, and I have proof of her account and her picture that's stating that that is her account, and a picture that she doxed my number. And ever since she doxed my number, that is where all the harassment started. She is the ringleader of the whole group. And I do believe that between Natasha posting my address and phone number, it put a risk to my family's safety. And Your Honor, I am living in fear. I had no issues prior to Natasha doxing my number and address.
Oh my God, thank you,
making a
darling.
joke on live. It's
The
been
hell is
screen
that?
recorded. It's live, and you can't.
Oh my God, was that what I thought it was? Lord have mercy.
Deny evidence. You just can't.
Y'all are going to make me cry.
It's not hearsay if you have it on recording, Your Honor. And I would love to show it to you because
Did you hear what she told the judge? She thinks she could boss the judge.
I just want to be able to go home and be able to have a sense of security and knowing
stop
that I'm
rage
not going to live in
baiting.
fear.
Stop lying on people. Yep. Thinks she could tell the judge all kinds of lies, and the judge is just supposed to believe her because she makes that silly noise. I appreciate you all. Thank you. That's not what I'm doing this for.
Objection if he wishes, and then let me make a legal ruling.
We'll start with Laura Harding.
She called me a cunt. I love you guys too. Thank you so much. Yep, it'll be on YouTube. According to her, she says
Exhibit
3
M.
years, but
Laura Harding.
Okay, wait.
reading from a document, not an evidence.
Okay. Again, you're starting to reference to an
trying to
exhibit.
read her script again.
It's an exhibit matching up to.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have to read this.
Okay.
Yes, let me remind you all, the Attorney General that she claims, she's not in trouble with, was sitting directly behind me in the courtroom, listening to all of this, every bit of it. And you guys can ask Slot that this shit takes time, not just 5 months.
Exhibit for the court to look at. There's no exhibit in evidence.
Submitted in evidence.
There's nothing received into evidence.
And she just keeps faking doctors
are not in evidence.
and documents.
So
She
I
just
can't consider that
thinks
as
she's
evidence
untouchable.
because the proper.
Oh my God, what is that? Mabel, thank you.
I'm sorry, Honor. I wish I would have known that.
All right. Are you able to go forward with any proof at this time?
I have proof, but it's not in my injunction.
Okay.
But I do have proof of CPS threats that was in my injunction.
All right. If you have threats of CPS that are in the injunction. Again, give me reference, an exhibit, show
You
it to
guys are
counsel,
great. Thank
and
you.
let
You
me
don't need
see
to do
if,
that.
there's any objection to the court receiving the document.
I'm going to show her the documents too.
Right? Everybody's just supposed to take her for her word because she's so credible, right? She has a clue. The dumb is just an act. She's done this to multiple people in multiple courtrooms across the country. I appreciate it. You guys are going to make me cry, for real. I did this because she has lied on multiple people, multiple other creators here on TikTok, and they go silent. She's just been getting... I'm not going to go silent. I have a voice and I'm going to use it. You don't get to lie on my name and fake evidence. You don't get to do that, Gabby. This is my truth. My truth comes with hard fucking facts that don't give a fuck about your feelings.
Is all hearsay. She wrote
Oh my God,
on
really?
it,
Thank you, guys.
and there's nothing to authenticate it. It is our belief that she created this fraudulently for the purposes of today's proceeding.
All right, so this would be number 4 as a proffer.
It's all
Total
it's all
waste.
hearsay.
All right.
And nothing to she hasn't authenticated any of it. And
4
then the
other
second
judges in the
batch
state
that
of Florida saw her evidence
is
before
something
this
that
day.
looks like she
And she was
highlighted a whole bunch
denied.
of things, wrote things on there like CPS.
I appreciate you guys.
Objection. Is it possible to, like, do an IP address to track?
Okay, hold on. Let him finish making his objection, and you can respond to his objection.
So none of these, this is all hearsay.
Saying it's
None
all
of this has
hearsay.
been authenticated. These are from unknown phone numbers.
Objection
It's our belief that she
hearsay.
created all of these texts herself, wrote things like CPS on it herself. These are none of these phone numbers go to anything.
He's telling her that none of the phone numbers are corroborated. There's no proof of her evidence being authenticated. It's all been made up by Gabi Jacobson.
The vast majority
And the
of this,
judge seems to
other than
agree.
I think the first page is none of it is in the injunction. And the first page of it is still
Best one in the
an unknown
county.
text message from an unknown date, unknown time, from an unknown person. So it's hearsay. The rest of it,
I know she told everyone she lied. She's still lying on my name today.
These pictures were not in her petition, and it's all hearsay.
All right. Now, did you want to respond to his objection?
Yes, it is not all hearsay, and if we could have the courts run an IP address, get all the CPS courts, everything that I have submitted, as well as here in the court, is not fraudulent. It is 100% facts. And
judge
if
ruled
we have
that
to
it
investigate
wasn't.
and go deeper into this, showing that none of this is hearsay, none of this is fraudulent, I would love to do that, because I am standing here before you, Your Honor, telling you 100% that was not me, and I did not create those.
Judge ruled they have been faked, and she's the only one standing there presenting them to a judge. The only people in the courtroom at this time are me, Brownie, the Attorney General, my lawyer, the judge, and Gabby. Thank you.
And if we can run an IP address to...
I can't. That's not my job to investigate or present a case. So
Yep, she thought she could do in a court of law what she does here on
That
TikTok.
would be sustained as hearsay. Objection.
And let me remind you, all of her forged evidence has been documented in evidence.
Motions.
Right there for the Attorney General
No, Your
to
Honor.
Okay.
get a hold of.
Yes.
Thank you. Miss Jacobson, you stated under oath here, under the penalties of perjury, that this is your first time ever doing this. Is that correct? Do you remember saying that here in court? You said that in court.
Wait, did you hear what he said? And who's she talking about committing perjury and lying under oath? She just said that this was her first time doing this, and he's asking her about it.
Remember that?
For the injunctions.
Okay. You actually filed a fraudulent injunction against Maria Matthews, case number 2023-101 O is in Orange, P is in Paul, 001471, and you
Yeah,
filed
he
that
went
fake
there.
injunction, which was denied in DuPage County, Illinois. Do you recall that?
I do.
Okay.
And
You also filed a
So who
you also
has lied
filed a
under
fake
oath?
injunction to Juliana Muskowski. Juliana spelled Julina, last name Maskowski.
The truth is coming out. Tippity tap, because she's going to be madder than a wet
And that
hen.
was case number 2023-O is in Orange, P is in Paul, 001470. You filed that in DuPage County, Illinois. That fake injunction was filed and it was denied by the court. Do you recall that?
I do, but how is it fraudulent when I went into the courthouse and did all the paperwork that they told me to do? That's not fraudulent.
You also filed a fake injunction against a Taylor Sloan, case number 2023-O is in Orange, P is in Paul,
I'm sorry.
001469. You filed that in DuPage County, Illinois, and that all this you submitted.
That's my
all the
CD
same,
drive I had
all
to
the
get.
same things that you submitted here with the fake phone numbers, all of that, and that was denied in DuPage County. Do you recall that?
I do, but at the same time, that was my first time doing all of this, and I was new.
So you have.
Was filing in DuPage County, Illinois your first time, Gabby? Or was it right here in this courtroom that you swore under oath was your first time doing this? I think that's called perjury.
I've done this before. So yes?
Yes.
You lied to the court.
Multiple
You said
other
earlier
cases, Steph.
that this is your first time, correct?
Well, with the injunction and being in a different state, I mean, I never had to do with, like, cyber stalking. It was always, what do they call it in DuPage? Something different. So that's what I meant.
Okay. You also filed a fake injunction against my client Laura Harding in Monroe County, Indiana, which was denied by the court there. And you filed all the same stuff that you filed here. That was denied on September 17th, 2024. Do you recall that?
I do.
Okay, so you recall filing all the same information in Monroe County, Indiana, regarding Laura Harding. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Okay. And you recall being in front of a judge on or about September 17th of 2024, and the judge denying your injunction there.
Yes.
Okay. So this wasn't, when you told the court here earlier that this was your first time doing this, you lied to this court, correct? Yes or no?
No, it's cyber stalking. I just thought it was different of how every state's different how they proceed.
Don't punish me, Judge. I'm just a big old dummy dumb.
I mean, I just thought the cyber stalking was a different.
No, you didn't.
Different.
Judge didn't buy it either.
Isn't it true you filed the same type of cyber stalking in Illinois?
No.
In Monroe County, you did.
No, that was domestic violence. No.
No,
it
ma'am.
wasn't cyber stalking.
You filed injunctions in Illinois and in Indiana, correct?
I don't recall injunctions that they were saying that. It was something else.
No, ma'am.
Something for protection, a protection order?
Maybe, but it wasn't.
The same thing the same type of legal piece of
See,
paper.
she thinks she can play innocent and lie and just
DuPage
lie.
County, Illinois, correct?
It was 3 years ago. It was a paper that I had the DuPage court help me with, and it wasn't like
somebody
I had
helped
to
her with
here
it. She's
today.
trying
So
to
you
throw
filed
somebody else under the bus.
paperwork
Thank you,
to
Vicky.
get injunctions to get protection orders against other people in other parts of the country, correct?
I didn't submit any evidence. I had to write a statement, and then they just had
Thank
it
you.
in front of a judge.
So you've been to DuPage County, Illinois, correct?
Yes.
And all of your injunctions or requests for protection, all of those were denied there, correct?
Correct.
And you did the same thing to Laura Harding, who you brought here from Monroe County, Indiana. You brought her here from Monroe County, and you did the same thing to her in Monroe County, Indiana, correct?
I love him
Correct.
Okay, you filed all the same paperwork in Monroe County that you did here, correct?
Say that one more time.
You filed all the same or similar paperwork regarding these phone numbers, this alleged stalking. You filed all of that in Monroe County, Indiana against Laura Harding, correct?
Yes.
And that was all denied on September 17, 2024.
Correct. But
Mine too,
again, if I
Lauren.
could say something, I didn't know. I'm not really good at this kind of stuff, and
Isn't it true you posted online a $500 bounty whoever could record today's court proceedings so that you could post it on your TikTok page?
Say that one more time.
You posted a $500 bounty to whoever could record today's events so that you could post it on TikTok.
Bounty? No.
You posted a request for somebody to tape record today's proceedings.
No.
Is that why you brought your Apple Watch in, so that you could tape record today's proceedings?
Absolutely not.
Oopsie.
And you're here to make money off this court proceeding, correct?
No.
Okay. How much money do you make on TikTok?
Not a lot.
You have subscribers, correct?
I do.
Mind you, they already knew the answers to everything he's asking.
You post your address out there for your subscribers, correct?
Nope,
No.
he's the
You
best
ask
in
your
Lee County.
subscribers to send you gifts for your son, for yourself, correct?
Friends, yes.
No, you
But they're
post,
not subscribers.
you post your address publicly so people could send you gifts for your son.
No, that is friends that I've met.
Okay, and you have posted
Thank you,
this
Velen.
publicly, correct?
Post what?
Your address in Cape Coral. You
No.
posted this.
No, I've never posted my address on social media.
And you've requested,
Oh, well, crap.
and you've posted your phone number, correct?
No.
And her
You
license
posted these
plate.
things so that you could
She
have
doxed herself just
people
again
from the
today.
community send you
Thank you, guys.
items for your son, which you then turn around and sell on Facebook Marketplace.
Absolutely not.
And that's what you do. You prey on people's feelings on Facebook by creating a fake persona, correct?
No.
You have a TikTok persona, correct?
I do.
And
A
you're
persona.
doing that for money, correct?
It's for an income.
Yes.
She lies
And you
for
put the
income
drama of
on
all of
TikTok.
this, the drama that you create, you put on there so that you can make money from people, correct?
It's entertainment.
Okay.
Just
like
entertainment,
the-
her fake miscarriage,
No.
all entertainment,
Madam Mayor,
rage
Pro Tem.
baiting.
Yes.
You said there was a letter regarding a cease and desist.
He did it. I gotta pause for a second. He did this part right here because, like I said, the Attorney General was sitting behind us, the one that's investigating her for the fraud, for practicing law without a license, for all kinds of other shit, was sitting right behind us. So this part he's doing for the Attorney General in the courtroom.
You recognize that item?
Yes.
How do you recognize that item?
This is from a paralegal in Illinois
Paralegals cannot
that
practice law.
she said that she would help me. And so she wrote it, and then I mailed it out.
Okay, you mailed it out here in Cape Coral?
Yes.
Okay. So that is, you got that from a real law firm?
Yes.
Okay, what's the name of
Testified
the
it's a real law
It's
firm.
Steinfeld. There's 3 parts of it, but I can go, if I can get excused, I can go ahead and reach the paralegal,
law? Okay. So
and they can tell you.
there is a law office of Steinfeld, and Francis law offices. Is
Cor-
that
Yes.
correct?
There's more. There's like 3 parts of it.
Okay. And you're saying that this is a real law firm?
By the paralegal, yes.
Nope. Is this a real law firm?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show
She's
you.
a supervisor paralegal that works for the law firm and works for the attorneys.
Okay, I'm going to ask.
Guess who else testified that was a real law firm? Mimi.
This is defense 1. And then I'm going to show you what's not the defense, respondents 1. And respondents 2. This is also a letter directed to Laura Hardy.
Correct.
Is that from the same law firm?
Yes.
And you're saying here under oath in this court that law firm exists?
That's what the paralegal told me.
No.
Throwing
Are you
people under the
competing with someone
bus.
from that law firm?
Correct. Yes. When I was living in Illinois, we were actually, it was a family friend from a long time ago, and now she's older and she got her degree as a paralegal, and now she's a paralegal supervisor. And she found me on TikTok and she said, "Gabby, this
Karma
is not
is
okay for
locked
someone
and
to do
loaded,
this to
y'all."
you." So she looked over my TikTok, she investigated, she dug deep, and she was like, "I can help you. They need to stop doing this to you.
All right, so this
If
is-
you want me to, I can go outside and
We
talk
need
to
to
the
stop
paralegal."
telling the truth about her being an actress and telling lies to earn money here on TikTok. Imagine that. So see, we
Illinois.
have a purpose.
Is this the same?
It's called theft by deception, Gabby.
Philip Steinberg is from.
I never
When you impersonated Philip Steinberg, is that the same firm?
impersonated.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat that again?
When you impersonated a lawyer here, is that the same law firm?
I never impersonated anybody.
Do you know who Philip Steinberg is?
No.
Okay, so you're under oath. Did you go to this law firm of Steinfeld and Francis law office?
No, I did not. I was FaceTiming with the law firm.
She FaceTime with that law firm now in your office. A law firm that doesn't exist.
Okay, so you don't object to the court reviewing this. You agree that this was a letter that you produced and mailed to Ms. Natasha Brown?
The paralegal wrote it. They emailed it to me, and I sent it out here. Yes.
Okay, that'll be respondent.
Right to the Attorney General.
Respondents to. And did you respondents to, which is to Laura
She's
Harding,
being investigated. She is in trouble.
have Victoria
He was
Quintero
genius,
write
man.
that letter?
Genius.
Yes.
And is she a real person?
She's a real
And
person.
she consented to writing that letter.
Yes, she did.
And she wrote that on a real law firm's letterhead.
The judge took it into evidence.
Do you know that that law firm exists, yes or no?
Yes, I looked at it.
Okay, so it does exist.
Yes.
Okay.
There's 3 parts of it, but I would like to, if I
Thank you,
could,
Helen.
go out there and call Victoria and prove that it is a law firm.
And then you
If I
also,
could.
you mailed that letter. I'm going to show you which marked as
You're welcome. I said I would go live when I got it.
number 3, respondents 2. You actually mailed that letter here from Cape Coral, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you agree
I love him
that-
too.
that you posted that FedEx receipt that you mailed that letter to both Natasha Brown and to Laura Harding?
Yes.
And you did that here in Cape Coral?
Yes.
Oh my God.
All right.
Enter that into evidence?
Very well spent. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you very much.
Can I go call the paralegal?
And you talked to Victoria Quintero. Is that your testimony here under oath?
Yes.
And did you meet with this law firm of Steinfeld
Thank you.
and Francis?
I had a FaceTime meeting in her office.
Okay, and did you meet with an attorney?
No, I did not.
Did you speak to
She just testified a minute
No, I
ago.
did
She
not.
did.
So you met with
Gabby was
paralegal
Gabby's
Victoria
lawyer.
Quintero, the paralegal supervisor,
Yes.
at the law firm of Steinfeld, and Francis.
I don't know if she does or not.
Offices.
Yes.
And the phone number, 630-532-9102.
Nope, this is not recorded illegally. This was,
Where does that go?
I got these the right way. I filed
Whose phone
the
number?
paperwork. See, this is me requesting
Does that go to you?
this recording.
No, that's not my number.
That goes to your friend, Victoria?
The paralegal.
That goes to your friend, who's posing as a paralegal, correct?
No.
Yep, he was there.
And you're telling this court under oath that the letters...
Oh my God, you
which are
guys, thank you.
marked as respondents 1 and 2 from Steinfeld, and Francis Law Office, those are real letters that you were given from a real law firm and that you sent out here in Cape Coral.
Yes.
Shit, this stupid computer.
And isn't it true you also showed that those
Yep.
letters to law enforcement in Monroe County, Ohio?
Yes.
Okay. And you also showed those letters in Indiana as well when you called the police on Laura Harding.
No.
You sent the letters to law enforcement.
For the deceased?
Yeah.
No.
The ones that we just marked as evidence, which is respondents 1 and 2, from the law firm of Steinfeld, and Francis Law Offices, you sent those letters to law enforcement in Monroe County, Ohio.
He
correct?
didn't. He's still not done eating yet.
To the sheriff department?
He's still eating.
I mailed them.
Hi,
You
Lily.
mailed them.
Yes.
Okay. And that was when you were filing a complaint against them, Natasha Brown?
No, she's playing dumb.
No, I was doing the assist and deceased to stop having to have them to stop talking about me, and if they could
She was trying to take away my First Amendment right to freedom of speech, to voice my opinion about her shitty acting here on this app.
continue to go on, I would bring it further.
Okay, and then you also mailed those same
Oh my
letters
God,
from
3 million. You guys are
Steinfeld
awesome.
and Francis Law Offices to law enforcement in Indiana regarding Laura Harding, right?
No.
You only did that you only sent it to law enforcement regarding Natasha Brown.
Yes.
Okay. And you submitted those same letters from Steinfeld, and Francis Law offices to the court in Illinois, correct?
I'm sorry, say that one more
You
time.
submitted the same letter to the court in DuPage County, Illinois.
Not the same letter. No, Your Honor.
You submitted the same letter to the court in Monroe County, Indiana, regarding Laura Harding.
No.
Okay. Where else did you submit this letter from Steinfeld, and Francis Law offices?
It was towards Natasha Brown, Kylie Faubert, and Laura J. Harding.
But she just said she didn't send one to my police.
And Kylie Faubert, that's somebody else that you filed an injunction against here in Lee County, correct?
Correct.
And that's someone that has to come here from Michigan in April, correct?
Correct.
And isn't it true you've actually never spoken to Natasha Brown on the phone?
Correct.
Isn't it true you've never actually spoken to Laura Harding on the phone?
Correct.
Isn't it true Laura Harding never sent you
Yes,
a
Monroe
single
County,
text
Indiana.
message?
That I cannot confirm because I do have a screenshot from somebody that's saying Brownie, which is Natasha Brown, is calling you. And I said, I know 50 people are. She goes, are you okay? I'm like, no, they won't leave me alone.
Isn't it true that Natasha Brown has never called you?
Again, I cannot confirm that because I mean, speaking on the phone to phone, no.
Isn't it true that Natasha Brown's never sent you a single message?
Again, no, but I can't confirm that she wasn't a part of it when I have a screenshot stating that she was contributing.
Neither was I.
To all of it.
So, how much money are you making off of TikTok from Natasha Brown and Laura?
I have to go ahead and calculate it.
See there? Who's making money off of... She's making money off our names.
I can't say a direct number. I could go and
The
look
judge
and
knows
add it all
exactly.
up.
So did the Attorney
But-
General. So did my attorney.
All right. And you do these live podcasts where you make fun of your child.
Yep. He asked how much she's making.
To have people feel sorry for you to send money in, correct?
No.
And you do these live podcasts. You just stated under oath, you've never done that.
Not to make fun of my son. Absolutely not.
Isn't it true you've actually made videos discussing your son?
Explain, please.
Isn't it true that you've made videos discussing your son online?
Discussing?
For money. Yeah.
Not for money.
You've made videos online on TikTok regarding your son, correct?
What I did was I'm a
Yes or no?
No.
No, okay. You said under oath you've never done that. You've never made videos regarding your son. And
Like disgusting videos?
discussing your son online. You've never done that.
Your Honor, I have to know like what he's talking about.
Talking about...
Like I can't.
Gabby,
when he says
discussing.
disgusting things,
He says discussing,
Discussing.
not disgusting.
Isn't it true you've made videos online discussing your son to
Oh
the
yes,
public?
yes.
Okay.
I thought you said disgusting. I'm sorry.
And isn't it true you've actually made videos online of you bouncing off of your vagina, calling it a clam slam so you can get minors to watch you?
No.
You've never done that before online?
No.
Okay. Isn't it true you've actually done drugs online?
No.
Okay. And isn't it true you've discussed the mental health of your son online to get people to give you money?
Mental health.
You called your son a serial killer one time online. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so you
I can't.
you were telling this. You actually called your son a serial killer.
Can I explain?
Online.
Can I explain?
Yes or no?
Can I explain? Your Honor, can I please explain?
Well, go ahead.
Please,
Let her
can I-
explain. I'd love to hear this.
I'm a new mom. And I had no friends, nothing like that. And when he was 1 year old, he was starting with all these behaviors.
you.
Fighting, hitting, acting out. And being a first time mom, I didn't know. And so I was venting to a lot of moms, and I just said, I just don't want him to, like, I want to raise him right, and I just don't want him to be raised to be, and
I know she's full of shit.
I should have never said it. I was thinking out loud as a mom, and knowing that I was worried about what was wrong, and you know, I just wanted to do what's right, and it wasn't towards anything, and he is a beautiful, he's an amazing child now, and
they do roll the tape.
It was just a venting moment, and...
Ms. Jacobson, how much money did you make online when you called your son a serial killer and said he had bipolar disorder? How much money did you make?
I never said bipolar.
Okay.
And I never asked money for my son. That's disgusting.
Okay. And
what I do is...
how much money did you make when you posted videos of you slapping a dog?
I did not slap a dog.
Okay. And how much money did you make when you were posting videos regarding the fake threats?
Excuse me?
You remember going online saying you were threatened?
Yes, because I had a screenshot, a text message that came across me.
And you were in fear of your life, right?
I didn't want to show I was fearful of my life, because then if you do, then you show them that you are very afraid, and sometimes they do something.
See, she makes money off of pretending to be stalked and harassed online while slandering other creators' names on TikTok.
So you're under oath. Being threatened is nothing to be joked about. That's what you're telling this court.
Basically, when I was trying...
Yes or no? Were you threatened?
I was, yes.
And you were in fear for your life?
I was, yes.
And you posted that online?
Yes, this will be on YouTube.
I say things out of my mouth.
Did you post it online that you were afraid for your life? Yes or no?
I don't recall.
And they had all the answers right there. They were ready for her. Because remember, she had been in front of 5 other Florida judges with her bullshit before today.
I have nothing else for you.
Okay. All right. Do you have any redirect based on his cross-examination?
Nothing is fraudulent, Your Honor, and I can call the paralegal and get her to testify, or you can summons her, and she can be under oath. As far as the text messages and everything like that, that did not come from me.
5 separate times she's tried to get me for stalking and harassing in Florida. One time here in
Do they have direct
Indiana.
knowledge of the matters in this case?
No, it's my mom and fiance.
Gabi Jacobson pretends to be stalked and harassed online here on TikTok so that she can get sympathy from people to send her money.
And
all while
they live
frauding the
separately.
government.
Do you still want to call them?
I do. Please.
Here comes her mama.
We'll have to rule on relevancy. I'm not sure what nobody
Here
testified
comes
to.
Mimi.
You want to call first?
My mother.
And her name?
Patty.
Patty what?
Patty Reiner.
Okay.
Thanks. You don't have to thank me, hell, I'm clearing my name. Not even fake tears, just fake noises. He ain't done tearing her ass up either, just wait. Did you hear him laughing?
Could you come up here, please? All right. Could you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right.
I'm sure she's probably flipping out.
You'll need to speak loudly and into the microphone. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It was hard to have your name drugged, knowing you're innocent.
Are you Patty Reiner?
Yes, I am.
Are you my mother?
Yes, I am. Only by adoption. I am your grandmother.
It'll be up on YouTube.
Have you heard Natasha Brown speaking ill of me on live?
Yes.
Oh wait, thank you. They catch Mimi perjuring herself too.
Have you heard her threaten my safety on live?
Yes.
Have you heard her say that she is going to take pictures of me outside the courtroom?
Yes.
Yep, already
Same
lying.
thing with Mrs. Laura Harding, Patty.
That one I can't say correctly, and I'll tell you because they go by those names. And I know Natasha's
Yes, it's the
string name.
same.
I don't know what they call it. I'm not a TikTok person.
She's not
Have
a
you
TikTok
witnessed them
person.
on live streaming me and talked about my body part?
Objection. This is facts, not an evidence. Best evidence rule. Hearsay upon hearsay.
All right.
And leading.
Patty, have you gotten threats?
Objection. Leading.
Well, I'm going to overrule this point.
Yes, I have. May I speak on that point?
Is it related to this case?
Hang on, I'll open boxes up here in just a little bit.
When they became involved, when Natasha, I only know them as Brownie and Waffles, and so I really didn't know their actual names. But then I found it out when this all took place. When I first began, when Gabi moved to Florida.
Who's Gabi?
Karma
Gabi
gets
is sitting
everybody.
there.
Okay. She's a petitioner?
Yes, Gabrielle.
Okay.
When she first came to Florida, Cameron was a baby. And at that time, Gabi was a vet tech, had a very good job, had a good home, had a place to bring Cam.
This is all irrelevant, by the way.
Had a good life. Like everything that some can use, and I'm out of line, but COVID changed a lot of social behavior.
I'm going to object. This is irrelevant.
Okay, I'll move on.
Okay.
I'll move on to what the question was.
Which is, I believe, were you threatened?
Yes.
Okay.
Judge,
So
I believe that
we're
was-
not here for that.
Okay, what was the question then?
She wanted to know if she was threatened. We're here for Gabriella Jacobson. We're not here for this. I don't even know who this person is. This is one of her actors on TikTok.
I don't know why she's
I have
crying.
not
She
never-
wanted
I
her
don't even
truth
have a
out.
TikTok.
She wanted to silence me.
Your Honor, I have no TikTok. Okay? I just want to say one thing.
Judge.
And I think that I feel like I should have that, being that these particular, Natasha especially, what she's done.
There's
when
no proof
Gabi
that
filed
anybody
her
done anything to
petition,
Gabi.
Up until that point, I was awoken almost every single night up until 1 and 2 in the morning.
That's because your granddaughter's rage baiting on the internet.
Petition.
Okay.
And
They were going
for
to
the record, Judge,
my place of employment.
for the record, she stated under oath,
And when you say she,
Gabriella Jacobson stated that this witness that's coming up next has no direct knowledge. And now, suddenly, she's got all this knowledge. So, which is it? And she's...
Mimi,
none of
that's
what she's
perjury,
talking about
babe.
is listed in any of
Whore
the
Babylon.
injunctions. So it's beyond the scope, and she's already said that she has no direct knowledge.
okay. So we're
Okay,
here.
and I'll just explain that Natasha did dox my phone number online so that my number, not only my number, but my husband, who is mild dementia, was getting phone numbers.
I'm going to object. This is a narrative that's not relevant to...
Even though you see her name with her doing all this?
Okay. Evidence-wise, how do you know that it was Natasha
That did it?
Brown?
Because it's her call name. Your Honor, the calls were very hard. And I will tell you that I tried to find somebody, but
She doesn't.
they have AI is so good that they can manipulate numbers.
Now
And
it's
so every
AI.
time I tried to call back, that number was blocked already, and then another number would appear, and another number.
Doesn't mean it was
I
me
think
or
that after
anybody else.
I have 14 grandchildren that are and they were calling me and saying, Nana, people are putting stuff out there.
She made noise like she was crying. There was never any
And so,
tears.
I will say that I'm angry with the cause. I was threatened My job was threatened. I've been 8 years in place. My children were threatened, but more than anybody, Cameron.
I'm going to object, Judge.
I just don't know what
way
this
outside
has
the
to
scope.
do with
That's
the
what he just said.
petition.
That she is being cyberstalked, and her whole family is under the same thing. We're all being stalked.
Your Honor, that's why I put her name on the injunction. I put her name, I put my son's name, I put Aaron's
There's
name.
no proof of these allegations.
She's a grown adult. If she wants to file her own,
Right.
she could do it if she wishes.
Right. Okay.
Obviously under penalties of perjury.
All right. Well,
If Mimi files, it would be penalty of
I'm going to
perjury.
object to all of her testimony. It's irrelevant, and
If Gabby refiles, it would be
not contained
penalty
in
of
the
perjury.
four corners of Ms.
Going back down to the
Gabrielle
court. Gab's,
Jacobson's
oh my gosh,
petitions
guys.
against either Laura Harding or Natasha Brown.
well, I guess I'm having problems with the evidentiary foundation has not been laid. You've indicated that you don't know the two respondents. You only know names Brownie and Waffles, I think you said.
Well, this, Natasha, this is her on her picture. This is what she sent.
Okay.
So just let the record reflect that the witness has given the middle finger to the court.
I have a picture of
Mimi
Natasha.
flipped the judge off. Oh my God, 4 million. You guys are
But
great.
because of the sophistication of the electronics, there's no showing here today that, in fact, Natasha Brown is the one posting this information.
Even though it's her face.
Did you hear what the judge ruled? There's no indication that it was us.
Your Honor, please.
Please, Judge.
No
Just believe me,
evidentiary
Judge.
basis
You're welcome.
that-
So what, okay.
Okay, I'm not here to explain evidence to you, so I'm going to sustain the objection.
Oh my God, 4 million, you guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
Just, if Ms. Jacobson's done, I'll ask her a few on cross. I think she is done.
Go ahead.
Miss, what's your name again?
Reiner.
Reiner. You're one of Miss Jacobs' actresses on her TikTok live
No,
stream.
that's AI being done on me.
Okay. Oh, so somebody else is doing something
Oh,
about
yeah. Me in the orange clothing, the prison garb with my face on it.
Yes, your daughter actually puts you on as you're like one of the extras that come on her show, right?
No, I don't even have a TikTok. I never watched it.
Right. And
She's never watched TikTok, but she just testified earlier she had firsthand knowledge and saw us do all these horrible things to Gabby here on TikTok. Oopsie.
and you go on TikTok with Miss Jacobson and you give everybody the middle finger, correct?
No, I've never given, I don't even swear.
Oh, you didn't call people all the names that are listed in here?
No. Oh, what names? What now? I think I need to be told what names that have been said.
Okay, you called people a bitch on there, the C word.
Oh, I've never used the C word.
And so how much do you get paid to be one of her actresses?
Oh, my word.
How much do you get paid?
Oh my word.
I am her mother. I've raised her.
Okay, and do you know about the letter with the law firm?
Yes,
Okay, and that's a real law firm?
parts of it is.
Parts of it is.
The
Oh, Mimi just said only parts of the law firm is real.
ones that I know. I know the woman that she's been in contact with.
Okay, you know
I know her. I know her only by name. I'm going to state that correctly. I know her only by name. I have not met her.
You know Victoria Quintero, the paralegal?
Her mother called me.
Her mother called you.
Yes.
And this is a real law firm, correct?
Her mother called me because she recognized Gabrielle and Danielle as the people that used to go to a karaoke bar in Illinois.
Objection. My mom has not been in contact with Victoria or the law firm. It was between me and Victoria. The only thing is that Victoria's mother was the only one who was reaching out to her.
She could stop the witness's cross, but
Right.
She objected.
She's given sworn testimony, so we need to continue with her testimony.
may I proceed?
So I only know that her mother called me.
I don't know, but it
my
happened.
number had been doxxed.
Board, this is response exhibit 4. I'll ask you to take a look at that. Or 5.
I believe it's his fourth. Okay, 4.
I'll ask for Or I'll have you take a look at that document. You recognize it?
Yes, I recognize it.
How do you recognize it?
I don't know how you do that. Let me see how much longer we got.
No, I never.
Oh my gosh, we got a long time to go.
I might have seen it in her.
Should we do part 2 tomorrow night so we can stretch out the crash out? Or do you want to just keep going? Do you want to stretch it out or keep going? Keep going? Okay.
Home. I do have a grandchild there. I do go to her home.
Okay, keep tapping. I gotta go pee.
It's possible. I don't know.
She's the one who posted that online, the letter from the law firm, correct?
I have no idea. I just told you that I've seen it in her home. This was not sent to me. My initials are not up here.
Have you seen a copy, that screenshot of that text?
I have not. No.
You want to
I am not, I don't believe in TikTok. I don't like it.
Okay. You've been on there before, isn't that true?
The only time, sir, I am on TikTok is when they first moved down here, and we would go to the beach, or we'd go to a restaurant that they had not been to, and it was fun. They all called me Mimi, and they would hold it up, and I thought it was innocent. I thought it was, I would wave hi everybody, but there was no obstruction of anything. Nobody was being mean or...
You're not her birth mother, correct?
Correct.
When did you adopt her?
I've had him since birth.
Okay, and then the twin?
But since birth.
The
I
other-
have 5 children I gave birth to.
Okay.
My daughter that gave birth to these twins had a stroke.
Okay.
Okay?
And so all this TikTok stuff, you take no part of this?
No, because I don't like it.
Okay. Because your daughter does it for money, correct?
That is her choice. She is a grown woman.
Okay, she does it for money, correct?
She's a grown woman. So does all TikTokers.
Does your daughter, Gabrielle Jacobson...
I don't know. I don't see the money, and I don't know about the money. I told you, it is not my concern. She's 30-some years old, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. All right, may she step down? All right, and did you want to call your other witness?
My fiance,
Thank you, Your Honor.
And his
Oh, here goes
Aaron
the...
Bradley.
I played the field. That's what I've been trying to say. This is where she gets the lion from.
Just for the record, Judge, I'm going to move to strike this witness. She stated earlier that they have no direct knowledge, so I just want that noted for the record.
The last witness or this witness?
Both of them. She said have no direct knowledge.
All right. All right, sir.
So you're
would you
going to
raise
let them
your right hand?
testify, but
Do you
all of
swear
their
affirm to tell
testimony
the
has
truth,
been
the whole
stricken
truth, and nothing but the
from
truth?
record.
All right, could you come up here? And I'll take your motion under advisement
Thank you, Judge.
until he testifies as the way of a proper. All right, go ahead, please.
How you doing? My name's Aaron Bradley.
All right.
Aaron, have you seen Natasha Brown and Laura Harding cyber stalking me and talking about me while I'm on a live stream?
Objection, compound, and leading.
All right. Sustained. You need to break it down. All right.
Hey, sorry. Aaron, have you witnessed
Thank you.
of Natasha Brown doxing my phone number and address on a live stream?
Objection, compound, and leading.
Objection, that was in my injunction of doxing my address.
I don't even know what a doxing is.
It means that she posted my address and phone number to thousands of people.
All right. You're going to have to lay a predicate that would establish that he has direct knowledge that...
Well, they felt a little bad for her, so they were giving her every opportunity, as long as she
I'm
followed.
sorry, what?
I mean, what I'm hearing is that there's post, but I also know with electronics, just because it appears to be someone doesn't mean that person is actually doing the post. So,
Did you hear what the judge told her? Just because it appears that somebody's doing it doesn't mean that that's that person doing the post. The judge is done with her shit.
he would have to establish that he knows for sure.
Oh my God, 5 million. You guys are awesome.
Who is doing the
Thank you
questions
guys.
you're asking.
So is Natasha Brown the one that doxed my address?
Objection calls for facts, not in evidence, and speculation. He has never met my client.
Okay. Okay, you're going to have to lay a foundation as to how he would know that.
Little TikTok. Believe me, TikTok. I'm going to cry and you can believe me.
Not just...
Move to strike.
All right.
I have a picture of Natasha Brown on her account. I also have a live stream of her account, Brownie, of her picture, her face, her voice. It's her.
It's her.
I promise.
I promise it's
All right.
her.
I'm going to sustain the objection.
Thank you.
Aaron, have you witnessed Natasha talking about my mother and about me?
Objection, Judge.
Okay. That's a question. Have you observed? Yes or no?
Yes.
And how do you know that it's Natasha?
Because if she were to talk right now, I'd be able to identify the voice.
Well, see, Gabby just said it was a bad judge, but this judge took over questioning poor little lying twat waffle. Isn't that weird? But she's a bad judge. Didn't give her any chance. She can turn the recording over to whoever she likes. This is not anything to do with what she's saying. Oh, well, is she mad about it? Just because they're gifting me, it still doesn't make anything I'm doing here illegal.
He doesn't.
Okay,
It's
sustain.
a random voice that he's heard.
Okay.
This is.
Okay. I'm going to sustain the objection. And do you have any questions or?
I have one.
All right.
Aaron, have you seen a picture of the defendant on TikTok of her username to identify if that is her?
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, she thought she proved something.
Just briefly, Judge.
Okay.
How much money do you and Gabrielle Jacobson make on TikTok exploiting people?
Exploiting people. We don't exploit anybody.
You and Gabrielle create live stream.
I just want to say something. That use of the word exploiting people on TikTok, he used that on purpose. Remember, Attorney General's behind us.
Correct?
Oh my God.
She does. I don't.
And she puts your
Gabby
address
exploits
out there
people.
for people to see so they could send gifts, right?
Not on TikTok.
She puts it on other social media platforms.
No, people ask her, private message her about her address.
So she's communicated with random people online so they could send gifts to your house, correct?
Well, we've also made wish lists on Amazon where that address is private.
Okay, so she has actually made contact with unknown people on TikTok to get them to send things to your address, correct?
Could you rephrase that?
Okay. She has made contact with random strangers on TikTok as part of her live stream, correct?
Yeah, but doesn't everybody do that?
No, I have a real job, but I'll end.
So do I. But
So how much money does she make per person? Is it $2.99,
Drop the mic.
$5.99 per month for her subscription?
honestly, I don't know.
Well, you're married to her, right?
Okay.
So you know how much money is coming in from her TikTok business.
She doesn't know how much money is coming in from my regular job.
You're sitting here under oath and you don't know how much money she makes off of TikTok posting.
It's different every week.
How much is it on a given week?
Maybe $100, if that.
$100 per week? That's what
Oh
you're
my
saying
God,
here
Ghost,
under
thank
oath.
you.
Yeah. You know what, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Can I ask you to do a continuance for this? Because I feel like this is unfair and she needs to get a lawyer.
Okay.
I agree.
You're not the litigant, and so
I agree.
you don't have standing to make that request. But do you have any further questions?
Do you know that she's exploited your son on TikTok for money?
Your Honor, is it okay if I say I don't want any further questions?
You want to take the fifth? You want to? Do you know about her letter to the law firm? The law firm letter?
Yeah, and it's a real letter.
Oh, really? That's a real letter? Did you speak to the lawyer?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Oh.
May I approach the witness? This is respondents 1 and respondents 2. I can show you respondents 1 and respondents 2.
Now, the judge will address them both requesting an attorney. They filed this in October of 2024. This hearing was on January 28th of this year. If she needed an attorney, she had plenty of time to hire an attorney. But you know why she didn't? Because she had no evidence and nobody would take her fucking case. Gabi claims her content is mom content. No, Gabi's content is her slandering and pretending to be cyberstalked and harassed on this app for the last however long she's been on here. Nobody is stalking and harass her. Has she pissed people off where they've left her mean DMs or whatever? Probably. Have they ever been me? Fuck no. But Gabi's content is to lie and rage bait about other creators. That's her content, being a liar and exploiting her child here on the internet.
Well, I can see this one was messed with.
Do you recognize the letter?
Yeah, okay.
Do you recognize it?
Okay.
Do you recognize it?
Yes, I do.
Which lawyer from that law firm of
Yes, ma'am.
Who did you speak to?
Well, we've done everything.
You remember it, right?
Yeah, they were emailed to her.
Okay. Which lawyer at Steinfeld and Francis Law Office did you speak to?
Well, I do know that she was talking to Victoria, who represents them.
You just stated under oath you spoke to a lawyer at that firm. Which lawyer at that firm did you speak to?
Judge.
And the reason he is dissecting everything is because the Attorney General has got her ass under investigation for multiple forms of fraud. Not just practicing law without an attorney or without a license. But that takes time. So when she sits there and says, wouldn't I be arrested by now? Nah, she should ask Slot how long that took for fraud investigations to go down.
I'm not answering any further questions.
All right, you want to take
Beanhead
the
was at least smart enough to know he backed his ass up into something.
in the event that you would incriminate yourself?
What does that mean?
Well, you're
I just don't want to
under oath.
answer any questions. I'd rather get a lawyer.
All right.
Because how is this fair that you are here from...
How is it fair that you and Gabi get to lie and threaten multiple other creators, Aaron, and drag us into court across multiple states? How is that fair, Beanhead?
from people that are from a whole different state, and she has no lawyer.
She chose to do this little skit.
Ms. Jacobson created that letter?
Oh.
No.
Okay, you're under oath. Which lawyer did you speak to regarding...
Objection. Objection.
Okay, what is the objection? Just stay the ground.
So no one has talked, well,
Okay.
okay.
No. You can't give testimony.
I haven't talked to anybody from that law
He testified, he talked to a lawyer. Did you talk to a lawyer from that firm?
Yep, he
Well, I
is just
thought
as
Victoria
guilty.
worked for that law firm. That's what I was under circumstances.
Who was the lawyer you spoke to?
I said I thought Victoria was the lawyer.
He thought Vicky was the lawyer. Oopsie.
Yeah.
And you thought she was the lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's a real law firm.
From what I understood, yes.
How do you understand?
That's what I've been told.
Okay. And you've seen that law firm?
No. How would I have seen it?
Did you go to the law firm?
No.
The only person that told you that was a real law firm is Jeff.
They will be charged.
Right?
No.
Who else told you that's a real law firm?
Other people?
Who?
Victoria, Jen.
Victoria Quintero, the name of the
Yeah.
person on there? She said that's a real law firm?
Yeah.
And you spoke to Victoria Quintero?
Yeah.
And when did you speak to her?
I've spoken to her quite a few times.
On what phone?
On my own phone.
What's your phone?
I'm not giving that out in court.
Okay. You claim that you spoke to Victoria Quintero on your phone regarding the legal situation here.
Yes.
And she is, you justify her oath, she's a paralegal you've spoken to at that law firm.
I'm just going off of what I have been told by her and Gabrielle over there.
Did you speak to Victoria Quintero about the legal advice that's in that law firm?
In the piece of paper,
Yeah, the cease and desist on it. You talked about that.
I just knew that she emailed it to Gabby and then told her to print it out and send it to them.
Did you talk to Victoria Quintero about that, about this?
No,
Cease and desist.
not the letter,
What
no.
did you talk to Victoria Quintero about?
They're building an investigation of. See, when an investigation is simple, it could take up 5 to 6 months, right? We're right about that time frame now. But the more complex a case that the Attorney General is looking into, meaning multiple people crossing multiple state lines, that takes more time. So, not had quite enough time to go through everything. And plus, she continues to fake documents on a daily basis. It's called entitlement.
Do I have to answer that?
What? Yes.
She's a scammer. She got the right one this time, though.
Just about everything that's going on and that things need to be done because seeing her the way she is, that something needs to be done about this.
Keep her ass
So she
offline.
said that
Make her stop lying on
She was
people.
gonna write up a cease and desist letter and then email it to her and then she would send it out.
So you talked to Victoria Quintero specifically about the cease and desist letter that you just saw earlier.
Yes.
And she said she was going to write it up and send it to your wife.
Yes.
Okay.
To send it out. Yes.
All right. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right, you can step down. Okay. At this juncture, there's no additional witnesses for the petitioner, so we consider that your case is rested. Counsel, how do you wish to proceed?
Just briefly.
I would like to do a continuous so I could get a lawyer.
Okay. That motion is untimely and it's denied.
Okay.
Denied her motion for a turn. She wanted a lawyer.
For service purposes. But it's been pending since October.
May I inquire briefly, Your Honor?
Yes.
Ms. Brown, Ms. Harding, I'm going to show you a disc that you saw yesterday in the office. Do you recall that disc?
Yes.
The thumb drive?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know what that thumb drive contains?
Recordings of her that she has put on the internet, TikTok specifically.
Objection.
And
Objection. I have videos as well that I would like to show as well.
She gets really mad that we get to present our evidence about her and she didn't get to present. Yeah.
Foundation.
Courtrooms have procedure, babe.
have you seen Gabriella Jacobson post
Thank you all.
videos of herself for profit?
Yes.
And has she been posting these videos for profit where she creates fake claims and fake drama?
Yes.
Okay, and that goes for both Laura Harding as Natasha Brown.
Yes.
Have you seen both? Have you seen the same person that's sitting in this courtroom, Gabrielle Jacobson, post these videos online regarding fake threats that were made to her,
Yes.
as well as creating fake drama for profit?
Yes.
Objection, hearsay.
Okay.
Thank you, Rex.
Counsel, within your questioning is fake drama, so I don't know if that's a
rephrase.
conclusion. Yes, I think.
Have you seen
Thank you,
videos
Katie.
in here, the videos that we have here that were marked for evidence for today?
Thank you,
Do
Tucker.
they relate to are they Gabriella Jacobson online posting on TikTok?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And you've seen her post videos online on TikTok?
Yes.
Okay. And is it the same person that is in this courtroom that filed this injunction? That's the same person that are contained in these videos?
Yes.
Is she the same person that's talking in these videos?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time I'd ask to mark this thumb drive as Defense Exhibit 5.
All right. All right. Do you want to?
This is not,
Are you saying this is not you?
no, what I'm saying is that this is what Brownie has done, or Natasha Brown has done to me and Laura. It's not vice versa. They're not the ones that are getting order protection. I am. So I would like to, I don't want this to happen. It's not about them. It's about me. And so I have proof of Natasha speaking and a
Your Honor, I'm a freaking narcissist. It's all about me. Judge, it's all about me. Me. Okay, Jan, shut up.
picture of her knowing that that is her account and what she's done and threatened me, how she wants to take pictures of me is all recorded in the last couple of days. And she goes, I am taking you down.
All right, counsel, how do you want to respond?
Your Honor, her objection is nonsensical. I've laid the foundation for these
Thank you.
videos to come in. They've authenticated the videos. They've watched them. They are true and accurate videos of what she's posted online about.
Judge gets to see the
about
clam
her
slam,
TikTok
I think.
business, as well as about these false threats that she's claiming about here. She's doing this for financial.
Objection. Again, it's irrelevant to this case.
Her getting online and saying that she's not scared and that she doesn't know who's doing
Objection,
this,
hearsay. I never mentioned any names.
Okay.
then she's already denied this, so this is also collateral evidence.
Okay. As I'm seeing the distinction here is what the respondent is attempting to introduce is videos of you posting online. You're not disputing that is you, and so the foundation is you posted that and it's out there for everyone to see. The reverse is you're saying that you have videos of Ms. Harding, but I believe through the questioning, they're denying that they're doing this, and there's no proof that what you're seeing is actually posted by the respondent.
It is true, Your Honor.
Okay.
See, we denied making any threats. She's saying, oh, yes, they did. But she has no proof. She doesn't understand that.
It is true.
At this time, I'd ask to move
Very much so.
Exhibit 5 into evidence, and I'd offer it as to just publish to the jury.
All right.
To the jury, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I forgot.
And how long is it?
There's short clips, Judge.
Okay.
There's a total of 7 clips I could play in there.
All right.
I didn't.
Yeah, see, we've already been in here for over an hour with this judge. She's over it. It's about lunchtime. You can see the times right over here. She's had enough of the bullshit.
Make a request for the AV, but Mr. Murdoch said that they had to pull the system. So.
Your Honor, if this is going to be allowed, then can I show evidence as well, too?
Okay.
Please.
Okay, ma'am, again, the foundation is, and I believe, I think you've argued this, counsel.
We have.
Could you explain again your argument as to why her documents should not come into evidence?
Those documents were not properly authenticated, that they were all hearsay. She can't say who created them, when they were created them, and on top of that, they're outside the scope of the injunction. These videos go to, this goes to motive and bias, it goes to the actual injunction. It's what she posted during the pendency of this injunction regarding what she does. This is what she does for
Okay. Okay, so we need to wrap this up. I will review the video. If you can bring it, or can you turn it just so that we can see it or both hear it?
My clients have seen it.
And then you have the thumb drive to introduce into evidence.
Yes.
Your Honor, can I say one more thing? Please. What these ladies have done to me has put me in a very significant
I put it on a charger.
of emotional distress of what they've done to me on social media. And I just really think that this is unfair because they did not come here and do an injunction against me.
Right.
And I feel like this is not fair.
Gabby, but see, we have a right to defend ourselves against the false allegations you've made against us. That's how court works. You don't get to just go in there and tell your bullshit lies and put us in jail, honey.
Okay.
If this was against me, I would understand why they could play these videos. And if I can't show, like, I have evidence and proof that this is Natasha.
You have to follow
I'm the one that's
procedure,
saying
Gabby.
I'm the one that they are threatening me. I have never once threatened Natasha. I've never once have done anything to her like they have done to me.
Okay. All right.
The judge has all the videos of her pointing her little pointer finger at the thing and telling him she wants him in the ring and that we should pull up. Judge has already seen that shit, but here we go.
Someone just threatened me that they want me dead. Do I have the police coming? Are you scared? No, I'm not scared. Someone just threatened me that I did.
Okay. And in this
Thank
video,
you.
Ms. Brown, there are people that look like they're writing in. You know what that is all about?
That is her comment section. Those are people that send her gifts, send her money.
And as part of her, if you pay money to her,
Thank you, guys.
you're allowed to write into her video, which we just saw online.
Yes.
Okay. So she profits from somebody.
Can I object?
I can't go back.
Does she profit from posting a video about someone threatening her and then saying she's not scared and the people writing? Is this something that you are aware of that she profits from?
Yes.
Oh my God, thank you, guys.
Someone just threatened me that they want me dead. Do I have
Oh my God, thank you. They're playing the video of where she is claiming someone threatened her and she's in the box with Plaka. And she tells Plaka she's not scared.
Someone just threatened me that I did.
Go to the next video, which is labeled video 1.
Thank you, guys.
You read the report? I sure did. What did they say? They just said they should hand it to my attorney and take it to the judge.
She's claiming to have an attorney and she's taking it to the judge.
Right? I'm so recording. I'm done. I am done. Do you know who it is? No. You have an idea? Listen, I don't have an idea. I have hundreds of people.
Thank you, mods.
And did you, Ms. Brown, is that a video she also posted online regarding hundreds of people saying things about her allegedly and that she has no idea?
That sound is my CD drive I had to get to play this.
And Ms. Harding, you've seen that video as well? And Ms. Jacobson posted that online?
Yes. Yes.
I'll show you now what's marked video 2.
Thank you. Yeah, she just told Plaka she had an attorney and she was sending it straight to the judge.
The audience had me come in one of her videos.
Yes.
Okay, so kids watch this.
Yes.
Can I object to this? This is irrelevant, and that's not the truth. That's disgusting, Your Honor. Please, that's not what happened.
It's her clam slamming what she's calling disgusting.
One of her videos says the gangster Gabi.
Yes.
Do you recall seeing that?
Yes.
Can I see that video?
Yes.
Please, can I see that video? I need to see it. Like,
Oh, it's going to be shown, and it's going to be entered into... I know he's a great one.
And then
I don't want to be violent. I'm sorry.
And then there's one that's called Bipolar Gabi. Is that one that she posted? And then is that one where her and her twin sister are giving the middle finger to everyone?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor. What they have done to me has been significantly...
And is this
Okay,
one
okay,
where she
ma'am.
posted?
This evidence goes to motive, bias, impeachment.
Yes.
So it's all relevant.
And then the one where the clam slam.
Mind you, objection, a clam slam is what Natasha has called it first.
Okay.
It's a high kick into a split, but no.
She calls the clam slam.
Your Honor, this is bringing bad memories. Can we just move on to... It's making me, I'm sorry, I just can't listen to it anymore.
Well, this is stuff that you're posting.
Yes, but it's not what he's making it to seem like. No, I don't. It's called a high kick into a split. It's just entertaining.
It's just entertaining.
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting, Gabby, but it's your content.
Yes.
Social media is for 18 years and up, and I have it on my TikTok account for 18 years and up. That is disgusting for you to say that I would do that.
But you did do that.
All the video that's on here is her acting.
You did do that, Gabby. You're disgusting, right?
She claimed to be pregnant at one point, but wasn't pregnant. Has she had sex with her boyfriend, her husband online?
Objection!
Do
Objection!
you have that video, sir?
I don't want to show that.
Okay, all right.
The judge wanted to see the
Oh, my
sex
word.
online where she had sex with Aaron.
Video number 2. I'm going to move to video number 3. Video number 3.
Objection, this is irrelevant to this case.
Gets a message.
This is irrelevant to this case.
Okay, I don't know what it is yet. Counsel, what does this video show?
This is Miss Jacobson threatening her people online, saying, "Game on, bitch."
Didn't she say she didn't
That
just
was not
threaten us?
towards the defendants. Objection, irrelevant. I never said names. I've never mentioned any names.
Ma'am.
That was objection, irrelevant.
Okay.
I did not mention any names.
Okay. But what these videos are showing is that you're stating you don't know who's doing this threatening. You're Don, but then you're coming into court today and saying that you know it's these two people, but there's no
Your
evidence
Honor-
to show that it's these two people.
Your Honor, when I was on live, I didn't want to call the names out. So I kept it to myself.
It's a
Judge is
statement
full-
that you've made
Because when I had
against-
this
See,
cease and
Judge is
desist
mad
letter,
now.
the C&D letter,
Okay.
I couldn't
Ma'am,
talk to them.
We need to wrap up. You keep saying the same thing, but it's not a legal objection.
Okay.
So this is video 3 for the purpose of the recording today.
Okay. What's number 4?
The one I just showed is one where she says, "Game on, bitch," and she threatened her.
Yeah, the judge is hangry.
I'm done. I'm just done.
Okay, where she went from "Game on, bitch," laughing to crying. And that was on her TikTok video number. Video number 4 is another one of her with her twin sister. And Miss Brown, Miss Hardy, is that on the left? Is that Miss Jacobson?
Yes.
From what you've seen of her on TikTok?
Yes.
Is that her twin sister on the right?
Yes.
And so I can speed it up for the court. Is this them getting into some verbal altercation for the audience?
Objection, conflicts of interest. That's my sister, and this has nothing to do with that case. This case, so please,
Okay.
because this is my sister, and this conflict of interest, I'm going to object. Irrelevant. It has nothing to do with this case, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay.
Please.
Okay, it's overruled. Go ahead, counsel, next.
It's almost done. It's about a minute 50 left.
Thank you, guys. Don't need to do that. Thank you. I just want the truth out there. The real truth. Where she's threatening and stuff. Thank you.
Objection to this. The reason why that video is being played is because with TikTok and the two chats, they have torn me and my sister apart with lies.
This is not an objection.
This is irrelevant. Just reasons.
Thank you all very much. I'm just trying not to thank you all so you can hear it, but I appreciate everything.
Brown, is this part of her TikTok acting to make money?
Yes.
Same question for Ms.
Yeah.
Harding.
I'm just clearing my name. Doing what everybody should do.
Yes, please.
Especially if you've been falsely accused. You should always clear your name. Thank you guys.
We'll move to the, I only have two left, video number 5.
I love him. God, I fucking love him.
Here's the...
About her son.
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor. He's a minor, please.
Ma'am, you're posting this all over social media.
You're right, I
for
have.
all to see.
On a private account.
I'm telling you guys, I'm a little concerned.
Now, the comments that are in there, are those
Thank
people
you.
who are paying money,
Yes.
and that's her telling people that he's bipolar.
Yes.
When he grows up and worry about the kids being so mean to him because he's different. He's just so aggressive, and he just goes absolutely
Objection, that's not towards my son.
going through my mind.
Nope, that's not, objection, that's not going towards, I remember this video.
Okay.
Objection, that was, nope, those videos are, nope. I need to see them, please. Because I remember those videos. Those are not what I've said, so please.
Did Ms. Jacobson post this video on?
Your Honor, can I see the video, please?
Possibly a serial killer.
Because that is not, I need to see that video,
Okay,
please.
show her the video.
I
She's
need to
saying
see
she's
that.
not talking about her son, but then we need to finish up.
Yes, Judge.
Y'all heard the judge gave her every opportunity, coddled her throughout the whole thing, but once she started seeing Gabrielle, the real Gabrielle, the liar, she'd had enough.
Listen, I'm going to do whatever I can to help him.
Okay, pause it.
But I need to do something fast
Can
because
I finish putting in my evidence?
Go ahead.
I'm a little concerned. It sounds like he's bipolar. And he's probably going to need to go to a psychiatrist when he grows up and worry about the kids being so mean to him because he's different. He's just so aggressive and he just goes absolutely. You know, here's what's going through my mind. And I'm trying not to think about it. But I'm thinking like a serial killer. Is it wrong for thinking that? That's a bad thing for a mom to say to her kid.
So when she's talking about her kid being a serial killer, did you see how many people were commenting?
Yes.
And that we were seeing this live.
Yes.
Okay, and how much money does someone like this, with all the people that are following her,
Tens of thousands.
Oh, thank you guys.
how much money is she making by streaming this?
Thousands.
Tens of thousands.
Thousands. You can check TikTok.
Yeah, there's websites you can go to see how much she makes from that.
Okay, Ms. Brown, you can see how much money she makes on TikTok.
Yes.
Is it your testimony? It's tens of thousands.
Yes, it is.
And Ms. Harding, is it your testimony?
Yep.
She's making tens of thousands.
Yes, sir, it is.
Let me show you the last one, video number 6, where she's making a sexual thing with her vagina online. Is that something she posts online to make money as well?
Yes, it is.
Is that something that
Yeah, she's made that much.
children could see?
Yes, it is.
And is that her in video number 6,
Yes.
working with a vagina?
Yes.
And that's something her followers could watch as well?
Yes.
As well as open to the public for kids or anybody else who wants to.
Objection, it's not for kids. It's 18 years and older.
That's all I have.
That was wrong for kids, but no.
How old was Anthony and Emily, Gabby, when they were there? Barely 18?
Now, Your Honor, can I show you my evidence?
Okay.
No, ma'am, your turn is over.
He's in his case and sheet.
I'm almost done, Judge.
All right.
Last couple of quick. Ms.
Thank
Brown,
you.
I'm going to ask this in a row if I could. Ms. Brown, you first. Where do you live?
Ohio.
Have you ever met Gabriella Jacobson in person?
No, I have not.
Do you have any relationship with her?
No, I do not.
Did you ever send her a text message?
No, I
Did
have
you ever
not.
send her anything on Facebook?
No, I have not.
Did you ever call her on the phone?
No, I have
Did you ever
not.
FaceTime with her?
No, I have not.
Did you ever send her any message on social media?
No, I have not.
What do you know about her from watching her on social media?
That she performs for money.
Ms. Harding, I'm going to ask you some questions now. Where do you live?
Indiana.
And have you ever met this person, Gabrielle Jacobson, in person?
No, sir, I have not.
Do you have any relationship with her?
No, sir, I do not.
Did you ever send her a text message?
No, sir, I have not.
We're almost
Did you ever
done.
send her a Facebook message?
No, sir, I have not.
Did you ever call her on the phone?
No, sir, I have
Did you
not.
ever FaceTime with her?
No, sir, I have not.
Did you ever send her any message directly on social media?
No, sir, I have not ever sent her anything.
And she filed a similar stalking injunction against you in what state?
Indiana, Monroe County.
And were you there when that hearing took place in front of a judge?
Yes, I was.
Okay, what happened in that case?
She had no evidence to all the accusations, and it was denied.
Was it the same type of
Yes, sir,
evidence
it
that
was
you...
pretty much the exact same evidence.
Everything that you heard here,
Yes, sir.
was it the same thing that she brought in Indiana?
Yes, sir.
And it was, when you were there, it was denied as well?
Denied.
I was a witness for her account as well.
I have nothing further.
Okay, do you want to question either of these two witnesses as to what they've testified to? They've kept it within, you have to say, within the scope of their testimony.
Natasha, have you ever
Thank
talked
you.
about me on a live stream?
Objection, Your Honor. The relevance is...
Overruled, but you need to make your question more specific.
All right,
Because
Laura.
obviously I would assume she's talked to her attorney, so...
Correct. Laura Harding, have you ever went on live and spoke about Cameron and called and I'm sorry, let me phrase that. Laura Harding, do you remember the time that you went on live and you said, or you stated that you were going to stomp me in a mud puddle?
Objection.
No, I do not. Okay. Natasha Brown, do you remember a couple days ago threatening that you were to take pictures outside of the courtroom, and then you have to get you were going to go in the courtroom first, and then if I walk past you, that I would that you can see if I could smell like tuna and corn chips?
No.
Okay, I have it on recording. Natasha Brown, do you remember when? Hold on. That you were talking about my undergarments.
She's really mad right now.
That you called me a twat waffle and a cunt.
Objection, Your Honor. Compound beyond the scope.
Okay, well, I'm going to overrule. Can you answer the question?
No.
Okay, I have it on recording. And Laura Harding, have you ever posted pictures of my son on a social media or Discord?
No, I have not.
Okay, I have proof of that, Your Honor. Natasha Brown, have you ever remember live streaming me and telling everyone that I'm the worthless piece of shit on earth and I'm going to pay for what I'm going to do?
No.
Okay, I have it on recording. Hey, Natasha, do you remember when you were on live a couple days ago when you said, what was the goal into the community? To take the twins down and shut them up. Do you remember that, Natasha Brown?
No, I don't.
I have it on recording. Natasha Brown, do you recall a picture of you with your middle finger above your nose, stating that I just got off the phone with the attorney. You're going down.
No.
I have that on recording. Laura Harding, have you ever spoke about Cameron's IEP?
Objection, Judge. This is beyond the scope.
I have it on evidence.
Cameron is, I don't even know who Cameron is.
That's my son.
Okay, and it's beyond the scope of the injunction. Cameron's not mentioned in here.
Okay. She can answer the question. I mean, your client's made a denial.
Yeah.
Go ahead, answer the question.
What was the question?
What was the question again?
The question, Laura Harding, the question was, have you ever posted a picture of his IEP paperwork and spoke about his IEP and made a joke out of it?
No, I have not.
Never
Natasha
made a joke
and
out of
Laura,
it.
Have you
She
ever
forgot that
went on a
part.
live stream, talked about that my son was not autistic, stating
Every word in this sentence is important, by the way.
that you have no evidence of that?
No.
I have it on recording. Natasha and Laura, how long have you been watching me on TikTok for?
Around a year.
Laura and Natasha, how long, do you know me in person or is it just social media?
Social media.
So tell me this, how do you know my real life? How do you know what things I say and what I actually do? Everything is on social media. It's just what you see. But can you tell me why you go on live and spread false rumors on live about me when you have no evidence, no facts? Natasha, have you ever stated...
Let her answer the question.
Oh, sorry.
I don't understand the question. She has several in that statement.
My objection is compound.
Natasha, do you recall when you were trying to leave here for the airport and you stayed on a live stream and you said there's no way in hell I'm going to let Gabi win?
Nope.
I have it on recording. Natasha Brown, have you spoke about my private parts and my body parts?
No.
I have that on recording as well. Laura Harding, do you remember when you stated on Discord that you said, would anyone feel bad if she was hit by a bus? I was asking for a friend.
No, I do not.
I have that screenshot and a proof that it's her.
I'm going to object to her commentary after the fact.
Yes.
It's
I've already
improper.
testified.
One more question.
It's completely improper.
One more question. Laura Harding, do you remember a video?
I move to strike her comments after the question, after
Yes.
the answer.
That would be granted.
Thank you.
Okay, last question you said.
Laura Harding, do you remember that you stated online that you were going to record me with in here and on outside of the TikTok? I'm sorry, outside of the courtroom.
No, I do not.
I have it on recording.
Objection. Your Honor has some comments.
Being stricken, yes, sir. Okay. I think we need to go to closing.
Yes.
Okay. Counsel, do you have a motion?
I have a motion to dismiss, Judge.
Okay.
There's been insufficient facts. There's nothing. There's no evidence in the record whatsoever that Ms. Brown and Ms. Harding wrote anything about her, said anything about her. They don't even know her. And she's admitted herself she doesn't even know that. So there's no imminent fear of anything. They live in Ohio and in Indiana, and she dragged these people down here
Dismiss.
with a fake injunction.
Granted.
So I have a motion to dismiss, and I have another motion after that, but there's no
My
evidence
attorney
to
fees,
suggest
granted.
either of my clients had done anything. The temporary had previously been not granted by this court, and she has not presented anything new that should sway this court to grant any type of relief to her. This has been nothing more than a frivolous injunction for her own monetary gain.
All right. Then I'm going to grant the motion to dismiss.
And I have a motion for attorney's fees, Judge. Under 57.105, I'd ask for sanctions. I understand the court has to make certain findings. I could file.
And what did the court do? Granted it.
Regarding that, if the court wishes, since due to the late hour. But I am asked that the court consider it under 57.105 because she's filed frivolous injunctions in this courthouse. She's got another one pending. She's got 5 in this courthouse that she's filed. These are the first 2. There's another one coming up in April, and there's 2 that I can't see because they're confidential because she's trying to have these people served in another state. This is an abuse of the system. She is doing this for monetary gain, and I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask the court for attorney's fees. If I could leave the court time to just file the motion and argue it. The court can schedule a hearing date for that.
Okay.
Your Honor, one more thing. I understand what I submitted in the injunction, but I was also told by the DV court that I have more evidence and videos that I could be able to show you to prove that it was Natasha and to prove what she is doing and what she's threatening. Everything that he is saying is not true. I have everything right here to prove that this is her.
Okay. All right. Then, so the court would, grant your motion for 57.105, but if you could file a written motion and
You see the judge says right there that she's going to allow his motion for the attorney fees right in front of Gabi. But he's got to write it so it can go in the paperwork.
schedule it for hearing so an amount can be determined.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the amount will be
Your motion,
determined.
if you could again outline your, the basis.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
And can I have an address to send it to Ms. Jacobson? She's pro se. I have to CC her on it.
Do we have an email with her?
Now, Gabi showed her ass so bad at the end here that the judge wanted to make sure that we left that courtroom with the order in hand. because of her. They wanted to make sure that she was completely out of the courtroom before we left the courtroom because they were afraid of what Gabi and Aaron would do to me and Brownie leaving the courtroom. And I don't have that part on recording, but the reason those pictures were taken outside the courtroom is because Danny and Momo had showed up to take those pictures, and that's why Gabi was crying her little eyeballs out. You see,
Email with the clerk.
May I approach?
my attorney fees were granted. There's the minutes.
Or I could, if the clerk could write it down for me.
I mean, it's
I just didn't see it on here.
Does she have to reimburse costs for the voice? Is there a garbage?
Oh, wait, I have a phone number. I have a 905 Southeast 13th.
That, the amount was to be determined. I have yet to find out exactly how much she owes me.
if I
But
could
she
have
owes
Mr.
me.
Berger come up, please.
But I'm sure the more she keeps filing paperwork on me down there in Lee County, they're just going to keep racking up those sanctions on her dumbass.
Am I good to go? Please.
And
I'm just going to use the address.
And that's it. So, y'all heard it here. I'll go live again in the morning. It's late. It's 11. But I will post this over on YouTube. Thank you all thanks for the gifts, you guys. Please, you don't have to do that. I appreciate it. We got 7.2 million likes, 2.6K in here watching. Thank you. And when you see people like Gabi trying to silence and make all these fake false claims, stand up, use your voice. Don't be afraid. Get a good attorney. If you need one, I got a good name. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good night. Toodles.